What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Dylan Matthews, back at it again with another hometown take. Today I'm talking about the Atlanta Falcons, and dare I say it, should the Atlanta Falcons draft a wide receiver with the number 8 overall pick? That don't feel good coming out of my mouth, but it is a question to ponder. It is something to think about. We're going to get into it, but make sure you guys, first and foremost, like this video, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the channel. Check out the first link in my description box to buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel, help fuel the Atlanta Falcons just to some better luck. My goodness. First, we got to trade Julio because we don't have no money to sign him or our draft picks. Damn, Calvin Ridley betting on games out here while he said he was on a mental health break. So he gone. He probably not coming back, and we don't got no wide receivers. We just got Cordell Patterson and Kyle Pitts, and we don't even know if we have Cordell Patterson for real because he a free agent. We're gonna bring him back, and we don't know if we have enough money. Oh, life is a Falcons fan. We gonna see. Anywho, buy me a coffee if you can to help fuel this channel. Guys, let's talk about it. Should the Atlanta Falcons draft a wide receiver with the number 8 overall pick? Because, like I just said, we don't have no receivers. We don't know if Cordell Patterson is coming back. We don't know if Russell Gage is coming back. Russell Gage probably not coming back. Cordell Patterson, I think, I got a gut feeling that we'll be able to bring Cordell Patterson back because we did just restructure Matt Ryan's contract again. And we freed up, I forgot how many something it was. Let me look it real quick. I think it was like 5 million or 11 million. It was something like that. Let me find it real quick. But yeah, Matt Ryan done restructured his contract again. And, you know, we freed up a little cap space. And then Calvin Ridley, he's coming off the books completely now, I think. Well, I don't really know about that situation. But we do save, I gotta find it, I don't feel like, oh, there it is. So we saved $12 million. We created $12 million of cap room by restructuring Matt Ryan's contract. So there you go. So that could be, you know, money that goes towards signing Cordell Patterson or maybe bringing Russell Gage back. We'll see. But the wide receiver room is in shambles right now. It's just in shambles. Until we bring some guys back or maybe draft somebody, the wide receiver room is in shambles. Our best receiver is a tight end and running back, do-it-all type of person. Those are really the 2 guys we got right now. And one isn't even on the books. So, should the Falcons draft a wide receiver with the number 8 overall pick? My vote is still no. We can find a receiver in free agency. We can find somebody we'll be able to pay if, you know, we can find somebody. And then we'll definitely still draft a wide receiver in this draft. I just don't think we should do it with the number 8 overall pick. We got to build this team from the inside out. That's how you build a winning football team, a consistently good football team. Our O-line needs to get right. Our defensive line for darn sure needs to get right because it don't matter who we're throwing the ball to. If we can't stop nobody, then it's not gonna matter. And our O-line needs to get right because it does not matter who's out there running routes. If we can't get the ball to them, it does not matter. This team needs to build their team from the inside out because the O-line is garbage. The only good offensive lineman we have is Chris Lindstrom, and you can debate Jake Matthews. He's been solid. So we have 2 good offensive linemen out of 5. Chris Lindstrom and Jake Matthews. And we have 1 good defensive lineman, Grady Jarrett. That's it. The rest have shown flashes, but nothing consistently. These lines need to get built before anything. So I don't care how busted and banged up and non-existent our wide receiver room is. It won't matter if we can't block Matt Ryan, and it won't matter if we can't stop anybody and sack the quarterback, okay? You build your team, your football team, from the inside out. And that's just how it goes. So with that 8 overall pick, we better be getting an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman or an edge rusher of some sort. That's just what it has to be at number 8. And if the best ones are gone, then I'm okay with getting a cornerback. But we gotta either get our defense right. So either put somebody next to AJ Terrell, get somebody who can sack the quarterback, or get somebody who can protect Matt Ryan and the quarterback of the future. Because, hopefully that offensive line will be there through the next era of quarterback. So those are our 3 options for me at number 8. You get somebody to protect Matt Ryan, or you get somebody that can sack the opposing quarterback, or you get one of the corners, i.e. Derek Stingley Jr. or Ahmad Gardner, to put next to AJ Terrell. Those are 3 options. If it ain't one of them 3, I ain't with it. I ain't for it. And okay, I'll say 4. The 4th one I'm slightly okay with, but it's definitely number 4 out of those 4. You draft Malik Willis. Those are my only 4. So you either getting Ahmad Gardner or Derek Stingley, either getting somebody to sack the quarterback, either getting an offensive lineman, or you're drafting Malik Willis. Those are 4 options for me at number 8. I ain't with the wide receiver thing. You can find another one in the draft later on in the draft. You can do that. You can do that later. We definitely need to draft a wide receiver, but for me, it's just not at number 8. But for the sake of this video and the sake of humoring y'all, I will go ahead and give you some options if we did, in fact, decide to draft a wide receiver at number 8. The 3 that I'm thinking is either Chris Olave, the wide receiver, the speedster, very polished wide receiver out of Ohio State, Treylon Burks, the big body, Deebo Samuel, Cordell Patterson type out of Arkansas, or John Mechie, the speedster, nice little slot guy type receiver or burner on the outside out of Alabama. Those are the 3, I could see us getting at number 8. Let's go over them, here real quickly. Let's take a little dive into them each. First, let's start with Treylon Burks. Treylon Burks is a heck of a talent. Like I said, he's like a Deebo Samuel, Cordell Patterson type, which is getting very popular because Deebo Samuel was amazing for the 49ers this year, a big part of their playoff run. And obviously Cordell Patterson was the engine, well, not really the engine, but he was definitely an integral part of this offense for the Atlanta Falcons. So Treylon Burks, he's good with handing off. He's a big body. He's good at catching the deep ball, has very good hands. He can definitely be a number 1 type of wide receiver. But the biggest knock on Treylon Burks right now is that if he's not in the play, he's not giving 100%. And I don't like that. I don't like that. So all the scout reports have said, if his blocking, if it's a run play, like I said, if he's not highlighted in the play, if the play is not for him, he's not giving effort, he's really not even all the way locked in. He's just kind of on the field doing his own thing, just wins the oh, I'm playing football right now. Oh, okay, the play's over. All right, cool. He's not giving you anything if he's not the dude getting the ball. And that's not good. I don't care if it's a run play, pass play, you need to be giving it your all. If you're on that field, you need to be giving 110% if you're playing for the Atlanta Falcons, Treylon. So if it's a run play and you're not highlighted, guess what? You need to block, because your block could be the block that determines whether it's a 2-yard gain or if the run goes to the house. It could be determined whether if it's 3rd and 1, it could be whether or not your block could mean us getting a first down and keeping the drive alive, or it's a 2-yard loss and we're going off the field because you didn't want to block because you weren't highlighted in that play. So I don't like that. That's a big old red flag to me, and I'm not with that. Now, that could go away because of coaching, but you shouldn't have to coach effort. The effort should already be there. If he's not giving effort because he's not involved in the play, I ain't with that. I don't care how good you are. If you need the ball every time to not be a diva and to actually play hard, I'm not with it. So I know it sounds like I'm going in on Treylon a little bit, but I just didn't like that. So, if you're not going to give effort even when you're not in the play, if you're not going to block, if you know the ball's going somewhere else and you just gonna be la-di-da-di-da, oh, blah, 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 I ain't with it. So that's the red flag on me for Treylon. And also as well, on top of that, he's not super familiar with, he's not deep in his route tree bag. So, it's just a couple of big red flags on me on Treylon there. So, I'm not sold on Treylon. Like I said, I'm already not sold on getting a wide receiver at 8, but especially not somebody who is not going to get effort if they're not highlighted in the play, and someone who, isn't fully aware of route concepts and, not just how to run a route, but why you're running that route and why that route is important to, opening up the defense and finding the vulnerable spot in the defense and whatnot. So, and he's a great talent and, he can do a lot of things and he's versatile, but if he ain't trying to give effort, even when he's not getting the ball, and if, he ain't all the way up there, he's not understanding fully, route tree concepts and things like that, then, I'm not too sure I want Treylon on this team. So that's the bit on Treylon Burks. Now, Chris Olave is a different story. He's not a big body. He's not super big. He is fast. He ran a 4.33 40. So, good number there, obviously. He has good anticipation when it comes to getting off the line of scrimmage, so he'll get a good jump, and with that speed he's able to get past the corner. He is deep in his route tree bag. Not only is he a good route runner, but he understands why he's running that route. He understands route concepts, so that is very good. So if and it's a big if the Falcons were to draft a wide receiver with a number 8 overall pick, Chris Olave would probably be my first option, but the guy I'm gonna get into next, John Mechie, would be in 1B, and I'll explain a little bit. But just to put a ball on Chris Olave, like I said, the only knock on Chris Olave is just his size, and he can get bigger. Like, dudes who are kind of undersized, the height is one thing I'm not too worried about, though. If you get open, you can get open. And, he has the speed, the route running ability, and he's also very good in zone coverage, finding the soft spot in zones, and I love that. He's also good at, if the play is broken, he has to scramble off. He's very good at understanding, okay, my quarterback's going this way, I need to go this way to get open for him. So he comes back to the ball. So he will be a perfect wide receiver for a guy like Matt Ryan. Obviously when, Matt Ryan scrambles out and you got to run a little bit of improv, Chris Olave can do that. Matt Ryan can pick apart zone coverages. Chris Olave knows how to pick apart zone coverages, find the soft spot. So that's good there. And obviously he's got the speed to get downfield and he can get open downfield. So he's a vertical threat as well. So Chris Olave checks out all the boxes for me. The only thing is his size, against a bigger corner that's maybe pressing him, he might struggle a little bit, but again, he can get bigger. He can muscle up a little bit. Don't mind that alarm. He can get bigger. He can muscle up a little bit. So I'm not too concerned about that. The skill set is there. And if the physical traits aren't all the way there, like I said, the height, not a big thing. He's at a solid height. But if he just needs to muscle up a little bit, he can muscle up in the league once he gets in the league. So I ain't worried about that at all. So Chris Olave, definitely an option for me if the Falcons do decide to go with the wide receiver at number 8. Now, again, I don't think the Falcons should draft a wide receiver at number 8. I'll say that throughout this video periodically. But if they did, I would like Chris Olave as the first option. The second option, though, kind of a 1B, would be John Mechie. Now, we all know that he unfortunately tore his ACL in the national title game. So that's not very good, and we'll get into that a little bit. But John Mechie is definitely a speedster. Obviously he runs good route as well. The one knock on him, though, is that he kind of rounds off his routes a little bit so he doesn't make sharp cuts. He kind of just like, instead of doing a boom, boom, he kind of just, makes a little arc. So, he'll have to get better at that. That's, just a little bit of coaching. I'm not too worried about something like that, So, like I say, he definitely has that speed because, that first time Georgia and Alabama played in the SEC championship, he was burning folks. He was burning them Georgia corners. My goodness. But, and like I said, unfortunately, he got hurt in the national title game. It definitely could have made a difference, but it is what it is. Anyways, he's definitely a good option for me. And again, the knock on him, besides him kind of rounding off his routes a little bit, is that he is smaller. And, his frame could be an issue. And I hate to put it this way, but that, him tearing his ACL in the national championship could have been an indicator. Now, that could happen to anybody. I don't want to punish him for getting hurt, and that's not what I'm trying to do at all. But, the smaller wide receivers, when you're running at that speed and you're jumping at the heights he's jumping at and you're landing and cutting the way you are, smaller dudes could be injury prone. And I'm not saying John Mechie's injury prone at all. That could be the only injury he has in his entire football career, but that is one thing that does make me nervous and scares me about a guy like that. So that's really my only thing on John Mechie. Like I said, the route thing, I think he could figure that out and, make better anyway, just with some coaching. But it's the health part of me, And like I said, he could get bigger too, but, he is just a smaller dude overall. So I don't know, that is possibly an area for concern for me. But like I said, overall, for me, the 4 options for the Falcons at number 8 is get somebody to go next to A.J. Terrell, i.e. Ahmad Gardner or Derek Stingley. You draft an offensive lineman to protect Matt Ryan. You get somebody to sack the opposing quarterback, or you draft Malik Willis to put behind Matt Ryan for a year or two, let him develop, and then, we'll see what he can do in the NFL. Those are the 4 options for me. I'm not with the wide receiver at number 8. Drafting a wide receiver is a must, but just not at number 8 overall. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you like this video, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the channel. Check out the first link in my description box to buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel, help fuel the Atlanta Falcons to a great draft, because Lord knows we need it, because we need a lot, my goodness. We need a wide receiver. We need defensive linemen out the wazoo. We need another corner. We need a lot. We need offensive linemen. We need everything, my goodness. But we're going to have to hit on all our draft picks. Terry and Arthur, y'all got a job to do in April. But hopefully they are the guys to get it done. I think they are, so we'll see. But buy me a coffee if you can. Again, like this video, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the channel. Do you think the Atlanta Falcons need to draft a wide receiver now at number 8? Because obviously of what happened with Calvin Ridley, we don't know if we'll be able to bring Cordell Patterson back. We don't know if we'll be able to bring Russell Gage back or not. So let me know what y'all thinking in the comments down below. Until I talk to y'all next time, stay true to Atlanta, believe in Atlanta, go Falcons. Peace.